Hey guys, this is Animar Part 2. Updated Animar Part 2, I should say. Um, so, when we left off, we were getting into the creatures, because this is a creature-based deck, so I mean... Just a second, I'm just counting something. Okay, we have a total of 43 creatures, if you count the ones I already showed you. Sorry about that. For mana ramp, we have Sakura Tribe Elder, Solemn Simulacrum, Ondu Giant, Oracle of Moldiah, Silverglade Elemental, because, again, when I get my shops and fetches, he's going to be great. And I finally got a Primeval Titan, yay! Last time this was a proxy, and it's not anymore because somebody was like, I don't want this, you want to trade for it? I was like, yeah, I do, actually. I still need one more, though, so if somebody has one, let me know. Mayel's getting sad without having a Primeval Titan in her. Oh, that sounded dirty. Anyways, Bloodbraid Elf, these are the two red creatures that I would actually cast in the deck. Simian Spirit Guide does not count, because I never cast Simian Spirit Guide. Charmbreaker Devil, because I got a bunch of spells that I need to get through, and Bloodbraid Elf, because I can cascade into a lot of good stuff. Okay. Then we have card draw. Elvish Visionary, enters the battlefield, draw a card. Mole Drifter, you can evoke it, or you can pay 5 and draw 2 cards. Garrick's Pack Leader, whenever a creature of power 3 or greater comes into play, you may draw a card. A lot of this deck is power 3 or greater, so he's pretty good. Then we have Consecrated Sphinx. I just put him in here, and when I play him, everybody hates me. He's too good not to include, though. I mean, he really is. And he's not that expensive anymore, so it wasn't very hard to pick up. Primordial Sage. I get hated out pretty badly when I play things like that, because, you know, it's going to give me the advantage everybody doesn't have. Ginger Taxis. The story on him is, I was like, this deck needs more card draw. So I put him and Consecrated Sphinx in, and I was like, yeah, this is much better. And then I put Garrick's Pack Leader in. I put Garrick's Pack Leader in, and then I was like, I still need more card draw. So then I put Primordial Sage in, and I still didn't have enough, so I put Consecrated and Ginger Taxis in there. He's really, really underrated, and he's really good. I mean, at the beginning of each player's upkeep, at the beginning of your end step, draw 7 cards, and their hand size is reduced by 7. I drop it, boom, their hand's gone. It's really good. Kozilek. Play him for free, draw 4 cards. It's never bad. It's never, ever bad. We're gonna get into some utility and shut down the board creatures. We have Phyrexian Revoker, just great in anything. That's any format. Sour of Temptation. New to the deck, this is another one of the changes I made, Mold Shambler. Everybody's like, whoa, why are you running Mold Shambler? He's so bad. Yeah, I'm going to pay a green for him, and then pay 2 more, and there goes your Planeswalker that you were about to go off, that you were about to get off next turn. And wow, something just fell over there by me slamming the table. So yeah, don't hate. Acidic Slime, it's pretty good. Idric Stomphowler is the only remaining artifact destruction creature, that directly hits artifacts, because Acidic Slime usually goes for a land, and Mold Shambler, you wouldn't really destroy an artifact. With all the card draw I have in the deck now, balls. With all the card draw in the deck that I have now, he's good. I'm gonna draw 40 cards and kill off the entire game. You mad, bro? Frost Titan, not gonna be in here much longer. I'm trying to get something to replace him. I'm just not really sure yet. And I got a foily Terastodon. The store promo thing. I saw it on the front of a pack and I was like, and bought it. Not much has to be said about Terastodon. It's just so good. We've got 3 cards that offer Recursion. We have Eternal Witness to bring back the spells, Deadwood Treefolk, and Artisan of Kozilek to bring back creatures. Who wouldn't want to play a 10-9 that comes into play, bring a creature directly back to play for free? I mean, it's just really good. Now, shenanigans. Lots and lots of shenanigans in this deck. Shrieking Drake. I pay him for a blue, bounce him back to my hand, pay him for a blue, bounce him back to my hand, play him for a blue, bounce him back to my hand. Because when he comes into play, you return target creature you control to its owner's hand. Target Shrieking Drake, and target Shrieking Drake. Animar gets a counter every time he comes into play. That's why there's a lot of blue land in this deck, or blue sources. Mana War, same thing. Once Animar has 2 counters on him, he's just a copy of Shrieking Drake. Draining Whelk. Nobody expects him for some reason. They're like, oh, he doesn't have that much mana. Why would I be worried? I mean, he already used his counterspell, and he has no other 2-cost counterspells in his deck. BAM! I counter your Kozilek. I now have an 11/11 flyer. Eat it! And they're just like, I scoop. Another new addition to the deck, Garrick's Horde. A buddy of mine was like, looking through my deck, and he's like, why don't you have this? I was like, what does it do? It's like you can play the top card of your library if it's a creature card. And its ability counts off, Animar's ability bounces off the creature that's on top of the deck. So, I'm going to play Ulamog off the top of I'm going to play Emrakul off the top of my deck for free. Oh, I wish I had Ulamog, because he'd be in here too. We have, Obstinate Baloth, gain 4 life when he comes into play. And if somebody tries to make me discard him, I'm just kind of like, no, he comes into play. Phyrexian Metamorph. Not much has to be said around that. I'm going to take your top, or I'm going to take your Soul Ring or something, or I'm going to kill your general, or I'm going to copy one of my big nasty creatures and kill you to death with it. And then, again, not a card I think is going to stay in here for very long, is Rampaging Baloth. Running as much mana ramp as I am, he's been good for me, but he just doesn't give me that kick in the pants that I wish he did. I just actually kicked the chair. Awesome. Anyways, I don't know if you can see that. I know it's kind of hard to read these, but that's why I tried to explain them as much as I could. Trample, landfall. Whenever a land comes into play, you get a 4/4 beast, and he's a 6/6 for 6, which most of the time he's a 6/6 for 4 or 2. Sorry. Yeah, that is my Animar deck. No more infinite combos. No more one-turn wins. I mean, I can still, like, blow up, like, 10 things with Terastodon in one turn, but that's not going infinite or comboing off or anything. That's just disrupting the board. People still hate me for playing this deck. Well, they don't hate me, but they hate the deck. I don't understand why, because, you know, they play like Azusa and stuff, and I'm just kind of like, oh. But, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. MtgDecksForFun out. 2 thumbs up.
Lol.